Hey everyone, and welcome back. As promised, a little bit later than I thought, but I have good reason. I'm going to show you guys the other tool chest that I've been alluding to for so long. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling so. I was going to film this yesterday, but I wasn't feeling so hot. I had a major toothache, which if you've ever had dental pain like I had yesterday, you know that it affects more than just your teeth. It affects like the whole side of your face. And it just made me feel like dog poo, so I just didn't film yesterday. But I got a root canal this afternoon, and I'm feeling a whole lot better. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the chest. So, here we go. This is about the best I can get regarding, like a shot of the chest, a decent shot of it. So, it came with this pretty cool old key. I don't know what this other key goes to, but it doesn't seem to go to anything on the box. So, but it was there, so I just kept it with it. It took me a while to figure out how to open this stupid thing, and I'm a certified locksmith too. But so you would think that you'd turn it all the way, right? Or a couple times maybe in one direction or the other, but it doesn't work like that. I'd never worked with this kind of mechanism before, so it was new to me. Old vintage locks, but new to me. So you just turn it halfway, and voila. And so this is the chest. Down inside this front part here, there's actually a sawtail. It's like floating, and I'm going to figure out one way or another how to get it out of there so I can either rebuild it or kind of fix it up. I haven't quite decided yet whether or not I'm going to rebuild the rails or not, because whoever had the box before me, or the chest, or whoever had it intermittent between the guy that was using it or the guy that built it obviously knew how it operated and whatnot. But the guy that owned it before me did not, and that's pretty obvious. These trays, these are all original trays. They were kind of shimmied all which way. This one was this way, and I knew it wasn't supposed to be that way because it's got these notches, and those are for the four nuts. And so this particular one fits right up into it, right into those notches. And when you put them up into the notches, everything's a little sticky right now, so not sticky like real sticky, but so when you put it up into the notches, these rails that it's sliding on right now, they actually are not doing too bad. They're about where they're supposed to be, a little bit low, but not bad. And this bottom tray, it was flipped around the other way also. And it slides and everything better this way. So this is the way I had it. This is the way I'm going to keep it. There's actually another rail. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can. This third rail right here. So the top tray rides on this rail. The second tray rides on this rail. What's the third rail for? I don't know. These are the only two trays that this chest came with, and frankly, to be able to get a tray down there, I mean, it would fit, but it's it's the same width away from the tool chest side, the carcass, as this one, this top rail. So I don't know. I mean, you'd either have to build it in there or shimmy it in there, a tray in there. That just doesn't make sense because you would typically just tear them down. So I don't know. And it came with these two mystery pieces of wood. Maybe they were one piece of wood. They don't appear to be one piece. They appear to be rails for something. They have a slight taper to them this way. Large on the side that I'm holding them on and narrower at the tip, but I don't know what they're for yet. There's some, I mean, the guy that owned this originally, he really used the hell out of it, so that's good. That's really, really good. And I'm just kind of feeling my way around here. I'll try and bring you in to see the till without dumping my computer. So that's the till. So it's got holes. I thought maybe those holes were for like chisels or something, but I don't know. They're not, because saws are going to go across it. Plus there's a hole right where the saw divider is. So I don't know. But it's a pretty meaty locking mechanism, as you can see. And I don't know, I really like it. It's neat. It's mortised in there. And obviously the hardware is mortised from the front. The key. Every single screw on, there's not a single Phillips head screw on here, obviously. And it has these brass corners on not just the carcass, but the trim as well. And has some chest handles on it. They're heavy duty and they're on there. They're not going anywhere. And it has mitered joints down here for the trim around the molding around the trim. And let's see. If you get to like the nuts, you can see those nuts are the nuts are square. So are these, and the bolts, as you can imagine, are flathead bolts. Or no, they're not. So the center one is, but these here are just like some kind of lag bolt. So that in itself is interesting. I just realized that. But all the hinges are mortised in. They're not mortised in on the front because it's carcass, so obviously it has to go around the outside. And I just locked the chest. Thankfully the key was outside. But yeah, I thought it was kind of neat. It has on the inside, you can see where the guy was doing some math or something on there. Just doing a little bit of math for one or something for one reason or another. So there's just kind of some old historic doodling on there. And yeah, this panel, I thought it was a different thing, but it's got this little trim on the inside and the panel's held in here. There was something held between these two clips, but I don't know what it was. And then obviously it's got this little rule that is like brad nailed into it. I thought that was pretty cool. It says Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company, Paint and Varnish Division, 316 Westlake Avenue, number. And then it says Seattle. It starts to say Seattle. I'm assuming it says Seattle, Washington. So yeah, I left that on there. And so it kind of gives you an estimate of the age here. And then what's kind of neat is when you have the chest like this, alright, so you pull out the key and it just kind of snaps right in there. I think that's kind of a neat little feature. And then here, I guess for like moving purposes or whatever, to keep the lid shut, you can rotate this clip up and throw a screw in there, and it'll hold. There's one on both sides, and it'll hold the lid shut. And the finish that's on here, I don't know if you'd really call it a finish. It is so aged. There's so much patina on the brass. These are all brass corners and stuff, but it's like scale, like a lizard scale. It's so aged. I know you can't see it on here, but it's, maybe I can get some kind of lighting where you can see the age. Don't look right at the light, but in other spots maybe you'll be able to see it. Well, you get the idea. And last but not least, if you flip it up, it too is on casters. But as you can see, these are much, much older casters. But they're all metal casters. You need a little attention. But they're totally inset into the bottom. And you can't see, they're inset into the bottom, and you can't see them from inside the case. Well, cobwebs and all. So yeah, I'm gonna get this sucker cleaned up. I don't know what level of restoration I'm going to do. I'm obviously not going to fully restore it, like strip all the paint and everything off of it. That would just ruin it, in my opinion. I'll probably just clean it up. I'm not even going to shine the brass or anything, I don't think. I'll probably just leave that patina on it, because I kind of dig it. I mean, if I shined it up and prettied it up, it just wouldn't be the same. Yeah, so I'm really stoked about this. I gotta get into it and fiddle far around with it a little bit, tweak it, tune the inside, shave a little here, shave a little there, put some wax on there, so everything slides nice and easy and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm really kind of excited about that. And it'll get the remainder of my tools off the bench, and it will also slide neatly underneath the one of the ends of the bench. I'll probably put it under the end. I'll probably put it under the end with the tail vise. That way, it stays out of the way, and I can just roll it straight out without having to worry about my main vise, and roll it straight out, get what I need, and roll it straight back in. Yeah, so that's the new chest, and like I said, I'm not gonna fully restore it. I'll probably take some kind of wood polish or, you know, furniture wax, something. I don't know. I'm gonna take something to it and kind of get it cleaned up. Get a little bit of luster back to her and put her back to work. Yeah. So if you're digging what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. yeah, subscribe if you want. Friends and family, I love you. Everyone else, I'll see you when I see you.